What's going on, everybody? It's your boy PTK Blam back this week with another awesome video. It is Tuesday. How is everybody feeling today? And before we dive into today's video, because I'm so hyped and pumped to talk about it, just want to make sure give some love and shout out to everybody out. Come and check out the Shop Podcast. Come and support the channel like you guys have been doing. It's been amazing. We've had so much growth on the channel. It is extremely hard to keep up, man. It's the best problem that I possibly could have as a YouTube content creator. So that all that means is you guys have been enjoying it. So if you guys enjoying the channel, enjoying the show, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. If you want to be a member, you get a bunch of cool emotes and emojis you can use in chat, things like that. So really cool stuff. So yeah, come hang out with us. It's gonna be a good time. But other than that, I would definitely want to get into today's video. And as you guys can see by that thumbnail, we are talking Starfield. Okay, now I didn't really get a chance to do a standalone video on Starfield. We talked about the Xbox showcase. He had predictions, but I really wanted to get into the Starfield stuff. Now, as you guys know by now, I actually attended the Xbox showcase, which took place in LA. I was part of the fan fest. It was amazing, but I really want to highlight Starfield. And there's a couple things I want to say about this game. One, just to be 100% honest and transparent, it was not the highest game on my list before the showcase. Like, I wanted to see Starfield just because I want to see what it is, and super excited about the game and to see what Todd's been cooking up in the team for the last 20 years or so, see what this idea that he's been juggling around is. So I wanted to see it, but it wasn't like a top priority for me. But after watching the Starfield Direct, I got a few choice things to say. Starfield looks like every game rolled into one. Like, they went out and created a game that looks like 7 or 8 different games in one. So that was a masterclass Direct. I want to talk about that first, actually. The Direct itself was amazing. That is how you want to show off a game. And it's crazy because before the Direct, we wondered, how are they going to show this game? You know, how much time do they have? The game is sounds so massive. Is it going to be overwhelming? You know what I mean? How are they going to pace this? Is it going to get boring? Is it going to get dry? You know, is it going to have enough gameplay? It had everything you wanted and more in a video game Direct and or state of play. Every developer from now on needs to watch that and take notes. That should be like a course or something. Like, but Bethesda should go around the studios and say, this is how you show your game, because that's how you show a game off. I mean, from the pacing to the music, everything was carefully curated. It was a movie. It felt like I was watching a documentary. It definitely didn't feel like I was watching a gameplay reveal. And it's funny because it ended up being 45 minutes long, which is a lot longer than we all initially thought, but it flew by. I felt like I was sitting there 25 minutes. It was so much information. It was so good. It was so overwhelming in the best way. I just could not keep up. They put on a master class. I love the fact that they highlighted the devs. By the way, shout out to Bethesda. They got some really cool devs. The devs didn't feel cringe. They weren't corny. Everybody looked like they had a lot of work on the game. The passion really came through for the game. The devs were funny, engaging, relatable. Like, they put on a AA triple plus show. So I want to make sure I highlight that and give them their credit. I also heard that the person that put together that Bethesda, that Starfield Direct, is also the same person that put together the developer Direct. So once again, whoever's doing that, shout out to you. You need a raise because you're doing a phenomenal job. Xbox, please keep them on the payroll. They need to do all the events going forward because that's how you put on a show. So outside of the show itself, I want to talk about the game because the game was amazing. We saw so much, and this video will be 20 minutes plus if I tried to go over every little aspect that we saw in game. It's amazing. The idea, I didn't know what I thought I wanted from a Starfield. I didn't know what I thought I wanted from a space exploration game, and this is everything and more that I thought I wanted. It's like they thought of everything that I would have a question about, and they answered it before I asked the question. So from the graphics, from the exploration, from the quest, from the world building, from space itself, from the actual real physics and science that they use within the game. They actually put real science into the game, and that's really impressive. The scope of the game is nothing that we've ever seen. I don't know if we've ever seen a bigger game. Like, there's a lot of other games out there, you know, like Star Citizen, like No Man's Sky, that have these gigantic procedurally generated worlds, but I don't know if we've ever seen any so carefully handcrafted and built the way Bethesda knows how to build a universe. There's a difference. People always throw around the No Man's Sky stuff, which is fine. I get it's space. It's a big game. There's ships. There's a lot of similarities. But let's put some respect on Bethesda's world building. Nobody builds a world quite like Bethesda. There's a reason why Skyrim has sold 60 million copies and is still in the top 10 most sold games every single month for the last 10 years. Their world building is second to none. So that's where the No Man's Sky comparison falls short to me. Once we get outside of just space and astronauts, everything else falls apart. It's disrespectful to the 45 minutes that we watched of that showcase, that direct. It was amazing. It was amazing. Everything I thought I wanted, I got plus more. I didn't even know some of the stuff that I wanted. Some of the small details, like the annoying fan, all of those little kickbacks to true Skyrim, true Oblivion fans, all the little fanfare stuff that they added to. It shows you the meticulous level of detail that they put into this game, and that they put the game together with. So that's a real good sign to me. I do want to get into the 30-60 stuff because I know that's kind of been a sore spot for a lot of people. After seeing this direct, I've come to the conclusion I don't care about 30 or 60 for Starfield. I don't, because I sat there and watched all that information, and I did not at one time was I bored. Not at one time did I say, man, that would look a lot better if it was 60. I don't care. They've stuffed so much stuff into this game. I just want to enjoy the experience. Now, the good thing is that for a lot of people out there and I understand if people are upset about it, you know what I mean? I understand the expectation. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But for me, the only other option really is either wait for a patch, a mod, or play it on PC. If you have a rig that could probably run it, you can probably get it up to 60, a stable 60. So there is another option. I understand why they decided to make the choice they did after listening to Todd's interview, as well as after watching the direct, because there's sacrifices you have to make when you move that scale around. You say, okay, well, let's try and hit this steady 60. Okay, what are we sacrificing? What are we going to have to leave out? Is there anything that we actually have to sacrifice? Is there a mechanic that we can't use because 60 is just too taxing? Like, I don't know these things, but I'm sure they tested to see if it was even possible. So I don't know, man. I just don't care about the 3060 as much as I thought I would for this game after watching the direct. It's so amazing that I don't even care, because I think that's going to be a footnote. When you get that control in your hand and you get a chance to experience that game, I doubt, as long as it's stable, I doubt people are really going to make a big deal at all about the 30 frames. But like I said, I can make this video 20 minutes, but I'm not going to. Ultimately, let me know what you guys thought of the Starfield Direct down in the comment section, the actual event itself. Then let me know what you guys thought about the actual game. Did it overblow your expectations? Did it come under? All that kind of cool stuff as well. Once again, check us out here on YouTube as well as the Shop Podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace out, everybody.